Hello and welcome to the 17th and final episode of the Oracle of Seasons 20% Speedrun tutorial. And since this is the final episode, it's time to kill the final boss, so let's move on. Exiting Dungeon 8. So if you didn't grab the heart container in Dungeon 6, grab one of these fairies, or two if you need them for full health, and equip your kill seats over your sword so you keep the cape. Before we can actually storm into Onox's castle, we have to talk to the Maku tree, because evidently we were on a quest to get the 8 essences, and now that we have them, we can return them to her. The only reason you want the cape is so you can jump over those stairs before the Maku tree. Saves like 16 frames or something, I don't even know, half a second. Here you see Onox from the front. Aha. So you want to leave this Maku seat area and kill seats because you cannot use the kill seats in that area, and go to the sand seat tree. Again. Switch out your kill seats for Pegasus seats and go on back in the same way you went towards Dungeon 6. Dungeon 6, what am I saying? Dungeon 8. Go back up here into the ruins of the temple. You can use the seat. Instead of jumping to the right here, you go left and up and start this cutscene. Normally if you come here without the Maku seat, you will get knocked back out of this area and you cannot enter, basically. So that is the reason why you have to collect all 8 essences. If you have all 8 essences and you still get knocked back, make sure to visit the Maku tree in the town. Here you see the old hag that you saw before Dungeon 6. This time it is Dungeon 6. That's Queen Rova. They spawned Onox in order to kidnap the Oracle. So yeah, after the Maku seat has a last word with you, you can continue on. Make sure you can jump over the second screen so you don't get hit by everything. And also when entering this screen you can do a single jump to avoid the stairs. So here it is, Onox's castle. Once you enter, you want to use the seat and decide on your sword. And then you have first this room with wrist ropes. There are 2 blue wrist ropes, 2 red wrist ropes, and 1 green one, I guess. I don't know, I'm colorblind-ish. Those red ones, they spawn all across the room whenever you want. Then this green one, he always spawns in the same spot. So you want to make sure you know what wrist rope you're dealing with, so you don't have to go to the middle of the room in order to cover as much area as possible. And just wait for the green one to die. And the next room. Notice that there was a ding when you killed all the enemies. You have to wait for that ding, because I can actually show it here. If you go too soon without killing the enemies, you reset the room. So you don't want to do that. There's also these rooms to the side. Don't enter them. They are trap rooms. They do contain a fairy though, so they may be handy sometimes, especially at the start. When you haven't entered one of these monster rooms again, you can just go to the side and grab a fairy. I should actually show that, because there's this trick to grab the fairy with your boomerang, because if you walk in, the door closes and you have to wait for the tower room to empty out. So yeah, if you want the fairy, go and grab the fairy with the boomerang and don't walk in. When you come back at the entrance room. So I'm going to show this again. The wrist ropes. The blue wrist ropes require 3 hits to kill with your noble sword, and the other ones all require 2. So you can just do a spin slash on them. Nice, he knocked me into it. So in this room you want to watch out for the wall masters. The floor masters, I mean. Sorry. Don't get grabbed, because that's bad. put you back in the entrance and you have to do this room again. I'm not gonna make that. Wow. New spawn, thank you. Nice. So yeah, make sure you take extra care about the wall masters. Sometimes like to couple a wall master with one of those dark nuts. But yeah, just be careful about the wall masters, they are evil. So coming up next is Facade. And if you remember that fight from Dungeon 2, it wasn't that much, but this time he actually spawns even if you don't move. So yeah, because you're down the line, I guess, it will automatically spawn. So Facade has 3 attacks he can do. The first one is the fireballs, the second one is the pit, and the third one means he spawns critters that fall from the ceiling. And they can drop bombs also, which is your way of not soft-locking here, I guess. Let's see if he drops it. No. So let me talk about the patterns a little bit more, the attack. So if he does pit... Hey, critters. If he does pit, you can only get 1 bomb in usually. Unless you are pixel perfect. Not pixel perfect, frame perfect. I'm not sure how big the frame window is, but generally only 1 bomb. When he spawns critters, you can get 2 bombs in, and when he spews fireball, you can get 3 hits in. So once you get in, you want to make sure you have your bomb ready already, so you can make sure you hit him right as he spawns, and get your bombs in. Like that's 3 hits. There's a little bit of leeway, so don't be too scared. So yeah, this is pits. You cannot get that second bomb in. Once the 4th pit starts closing, you can throw your bomb again. And 5 bombs clears the trick, similar to Dungeon 2. Again, a fairy, if you took damage, you can grab this fairy. And then let's talk a bit about backups for the final fight, because if you fail the final fight, you start at the start of this dungeon, and you have to go through Facade again. So if you don't have 5 bombs, you can grab a bomb here, you can grab a bomb here, and a fairy if you need to. And there's also another safety if you want Pegasus seeds in the fight. It's not that one, it's the bottom one. I always forget, it's the bottom one of these 4. Other seeds are also here. Oh, that's also Pegasus seed, I did not know that. So yeah, those are the safeties. Especially those bombs are really helpful when you are just starting out and don't know the Onox fight pretty well. So you don't get stuck on Facade when you have to wait for an enemy to drop a bomb, which is like a 1 in 3 chance, and then the enemy itself has to drop a bomb also. So yeah, entering the room. I didn't need to make a save state there, but I'm gonna make it again here on the final text box. So here you have Onox, and he has a bow and chain. I missed the final text box. But anyway, you want to switch out to your cape and the sword. My fingers are on the wrong buttons. And you cannot hit him with normal slashes, so you have to charge your sword and get 7 hits on him. He has 2 attacks that he does normally when just moving around, and 1 attack when you go in front of him. Sometimes he just doesn't want to. So yeah. His first attack is this stomp, which throws rocks from the ceiling. You want to avoid that, they do a lot of damage. I think they do 1 heart of damage. Yeah, so yeah, avoid that. And keep spin slashing him, and watch out for his bow and chain. So after 7 spin slashes, you come into the second phase, which is Din comes into play, and he uses Din as a shield. But that shield also allows you to do double damage, because your sword freezes on his hitbox if you are close enough, and you can get a double hit in. If you don't want to do that, you can grab the Wrath, knock Din back, and finish him off again. 7 hits. So, what I like to do, you want to do that equip here already also, so you can jump over this staircase. I forgot about that. So yeah, coming in, You don't have to do anything. What I like to do is I like to get Onox to one side, especially all the way to the right side, so I can get a good position for the second phase. So I like to juke him, so he throws his ball and chain guy out. Not guy, but... and get him all the way to this side. Because then I can move over to the left side. And Onox will keep moving towards me, so Din will always be close enough. This is his second attack. I did not actually mention that. The tornado attack. But the tornado attack is pretty disastrous, I guess. It can cost you a lot of health. So you want to make sure you time jumps right over those tornadoes, because running away from them is pretty hard. You can use Pegasus Seeds of course if you need to, but that's an extra equip. So yeah, this is the end of the second phase. The floor starts crumbling, and you want to fall down. So you want to fall down in the hole closest to you. I'm just gonna stand up here, see how long I can hold out, and it's not that long actually. So yeah, you fall down, and you enter this 2D section, the underground, like the underground sections in dungeons and stuff. And then you have the final form of the final boss. So this final form takes 8 spin slashes, and his weak point is the crystal on the top. So you can get spin slashes in and jump across from hand to hand. This is his swipe phase. That's the other phase where you can actually get on his claw. And again, you want to keep chaining attacks in. Especially that swipe phase is really easy to get chain hits in. So generally you want to watch out with your jumps and make sure Onox is moving towards you, I guess. So yeah, here you have the swipe phase. You can jump on again. Just hold A if you feel scared. Especially on this way down, you can get like 3 hits in already. And if he's not moving towards you, you are not gonna make this claw, the next claw. So that's what you want to make a watch out for. So you also have this balls phase, this energy balls phase. That generally happens when he is, when you already got 4 spin slashes in. So when he's down below 50% HP, I guess. That's only when he's down, yeah. So yeah, you want, yeah, I was 1 hit away, so that's why you use this energy balls. So that's the final fight. I generally like this final fight. It's pretty nifty. You can get a lot of skill in with those chain jumps. So yeah, final fight. You want to make sure you enter with full health, of course, because it can be a bit scary, especially when starting out. So yeah, I like to juke him. So we actually, if I actually have enough room. Wow, I actually was too late on that. And get him to one side so I can stick to his left. And chain those hits in. You take 1 hard damage, harder damage. And if Din is too far like that, you generally cannot get close enough, so you have to make sure Onyx is moving towards you, so Din gets close enough so you can actually hit him. Also for the last hit, you can always knock him away. He needs 7 hits, 7 spin slashes, and you actually get 8 in if you use Din for the first time. So if you feel scared, you can always skip that last heart of damage. But yeah, you can also do it with the rod, but I don't like doing that because you spend a lot more time dealing with Onox. And more time equals more chance of getting hit, and you don't want that. I can try it, of course. I can show it how you can do it. He's getting pretty far already. Like now he's already too far, so he's gonna move back a little bit. But that's okay. Generally you should have enough time. So yeah, if you feel insecure, you can knock it in out. You can get 2 to 3 spin slashes in, depending on where you knocked in away from. And then you switch out to the cape, whichever you need, and avoid any hit. This is a double attack, I guess. Normally he only shoots 3 tornadoes. Sometimes he uses that attack 2 times in a row, so then it's 6. Wow, I missed. And that's also the reason why I don't like avoiding that strat, because it's pretty simple. It's pretty consistent also, because Onox doesn't have a lot of time to actually start his attacks up. And then you have to find in, of course, at the end. So look for the pit that's close to you and fall in there. I think that's enough for the first 2 phases. So let's continue on to the last phase. Talk a bit more about that. So yeah, his first attack is always going to be a claw, and if you don't damage him, he will shoot his claw down 3 times before he actually starts attacking, I believe. So even if you miss the first hit, you get a second chance. And again, wait until he turns towards you in order to jump, so you can actually make it easier to the other side. I don't think I've talked about this blue fire attack yet, so let me talk about that first. You have this blue fire attack. You shoot 4 fireballs and actually get a hit in to get him to stop this attack. You get this blue fire like this. It shoots to where you are walking. So if you're walking left, it will move. It will try to homing in on you, but you can juke it. So yeah, that's about the purple fire. You can jump over it. If you get stuck in a corner, you can get out. So yeah, that's enough for the attacks, I guess. So again, chain your attacks in. You can usually get 3 hits in before he starts doing another attack, where he usually lifts his claws up like this. You can see it here. And if he lifts his claw up, you generally will fall through them. Again, sweep attack, so you can get on his claw. You can start damaging. Wait until he starts moving down, so you don't miss the platform, and you can actually get 5 hits in usually, which is really convenient. So yeah, that's the fight. I'm gonna show it how it's normally done, I guess. I'm gonna actually try my best. Wait until he starts turning towards you. And keep charging your sword up. Then you get fire. Sometimes if you get these hits in, he actually starts his attacks right before your last hit. So sometimes he only shoots 1 fire. And then he starts moving over to usually a hand swipe. So if you get that, you are lucky. And now I didn't wait for him to move towards me before I jumped, so I fell down. And this attack, it generally goes inside out. So it should be easy to avoid if you know it. You can tank a hit, I guess, sometimes. Let me actually see if I can get that again to show you the pattern. So again, wait until he turns. I was a bit uncareful. Sometimes you could get a little bit of knockback on the claw, so you get a little bit of boost. And this is what I'm talking about. We shot 1 fireball. So yeah, I got lucky there because he was moving away from me. So yeah, generally goes inside to outwards and then back, starting in the middle. A bit faster. You can just dodge everything. So again, wait until it starts turning. And do your slashes in. So the timing ends for the speedrun and when you get this final hit in, when the text box pops up. And that's it, that's your run. There's still some text you have to clear. You can move around, you can do stupid stuff. You cannot open your inventory menu. You cannot pause, so yeah. Then it's finally time to save it in, which is not exactly part of the speedrun anyway, but you can actually do that fast by holding left at the end of this fight. Who cares at the moment? That's it, that's the speedrun. Everything is back to normal. Seasons aren't out of whack anymore. The temple is still buried, but who cares? Nobody noticed that. Maple, which you never see in the game, you only see her shadow. I don't think I've talked about Maple, but it's not that important anyway. So yeah, this is the final credit. I don't know which flame that is. It may be the flame of despair or sorrow. I don't know. Oh well. So yeah, this is the Oracle of Seasons 70% speedrun tutorial. If you want to know more about the story, I can tell you a little bit about that because credits are rolling anyway. And I might as well let them run out. So yeah, Oracle of Seasons. This story gets continued on in Oracle of Ages. You can use a password that you get at the end of this credit, which is really nice. Hey, there's Maple again. You get these nice pictures, really funny sometimes. Really nice also how they look, and the mud tree in the background. So yeah, in Oracle of Ages you have a female Meku tree, and in this one you have a male Meku tree. Then you have Impa. Impa is a servant of Zelda, Princess Zelda, which you didn't see in this game. But if you link your game to Ages, you can see Zelda in this game. So if you want to see that, you can link your speedrun file, I guess, to an Ages file. If you know Japanese, of course, and have a Japanese card or ROM. Otherwise, you have to play in English and use the English code. Because that's also a thing, because you're playing Japanese, you get Japanese codes at the end. So yeah. That's it, I guess. If you want to know what happens at the end of the story when you beat them both, I'm not gonna spoil you, so you gotta do that yourself. You can do a linked speedrun for fun. If you want to know more about linked speedruns, there isn't any documents for that, so I'm gonna talk a bit about that. It's done in English, because English text you can actually read. And Oracle of Ages is in English, because there's a nice big skip you can do, which skips like 2 dungeons, 2.5, 2 dungeons and 2 halves of dungeons. It's really nice. Skips like an hour of gameplay, maybe a bit less, 45 minutes. So yeah, that's the end. My name is DragonC0. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good speedrun. And hope to see you on the leaderboards. Leaderboards are on speedrun.com. Usually you can also go to zelda.speedruns.com. There's also a page there. I think the Oracle of Seasons page on speedrun.com is generally more updated. There are more up-to-date times on there. So, but the Zelda speedruns site is still nice. Looks nice if it works, of course. So yeah, on speedrun.com you can find everything. There are a few files on there. I uploaded a save file for Combate emulators for Japanese. Maybe I'll work on a PGP save file, but that's still unsure about. And that's it. When you click further, you can see your password, so in Japanese characters. So yeah, if you want to link your game, you have to memorize these characters, or like take a screenshot or something if you play on emulator, or take a picture. Select the right option in order to actually save. If you want to link your file, I might as well say that you can select your second option, and you can enter your password here, and I don't know the password. I don't think anything happens if you use the same password as you got in the same game, so you can try it, it doesn't work. Yeah, so that's it, thank you for watching.